Hello and welcome to Bahari. On Saturday, April 27, 2019, in the United Arab Emirates, President Uhuru Kenyatta reportedly met with the Dubai ruler who raised concerns about problems he was having with its gold consignment that was to be airlifted through Nairobi. During the meeting, the ruler of the Emirate of Dubai, Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, is reported to have produced an audio recording that was replayed to the president, purportedly in a conversation between the royal family's representative and a Kenyan contact. The recording is believed to be the same that leaked online at the weekend and which prompted a statement from the Director of Public Prosecutions, Nordin Haji, directing the police to investigate the audio clip titled Wetangula Exposed in Fake Gold Scam, apparently referring to Bungoma Senator Moses Wetangula. Officials aware of the meeting in Dubai say also present was Orange Democratic Movement Party leader Raila Odinga, who is also the African Union High Representative for Infrastructural Development. The leaders were returning from a summit in China. Raila and Uhuru had stopped over in Dubai for a weekend-long meeting on their way from Beijing, where they had attended the Belt and Roads Forum, a signature project for Chinese President Xi Jinping to connect Africa, Asia, and Europe, officials said. During the meeting, the Dubai ruler is said to have shared with President Uhuru the audio that captured a conversation between his nephew, Al Zandi, and the Kenyan contact, and also explained how they had been taken in circles in Nairobi over the gold consignment that was to be tracked from DRC Congo and flown out via Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. The Sheikh had been told by their Kenyan contacts the gold consignment had been seized at JKIA, but authorities said the Dubai ruler was conned and there was no such cargo. It would appear Sheikh Maktoum had decided to raise the matter personally with President Kenyatta because it had been 3 months since he had lodged a protest with Interior Cabinet Secretary Fred Matiang'i over the gold consignment allegedly seized at JKIA. In the January 20 letter, the Sheikh had requested immediate action regarding the shipment of gold under the company's name Zilvia. The Sheikh had acknowledged that he understood the delay, which he thought was caused by the terrorist attack in Kenya, apparently referring to the Dusit D2 attack on January 15. Zandi flew to Nairobi on the eve of Christmas Day last year and was still in Kenya by the time the Sheikh wrote to Dr. Matiang'i to trace the gold haul from Dade tribe in DRC Congo, since it had been 3 months since the deal was sealed with the Kenyan contacts. The scheme started on September 25 last year when the group approached Zandi, who represents Zilvia Company, a gold trading company based in Dubai. They said they would deliver the 4.6 tons of gold. Zandi had been in Kenya for almost a month and left sometime in February without the said precious cargo. Having reached a dead end, it would appear the Sheikh saw an opportunity in President Kenyatta's stopover in Dubai to seek his intervention. On returning back to the country, President Kenyatta reportedly summoned his security bosses and played the audio to them. Among those present in the meeting were Matiang'i, National Intelligence Service boss Maj Philip Kameru, Inspector General of Police Hilary Mutyambai, and Interior Principal Secretary Karanja Kibicho. Mr. Kenyatta expressed concerns over the conning games done in the country, with the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport used as the base for the operations. That order apparently has triggered the police operation that has seen arrests of more than a dozen people and discovery of fake gold in Kileleshwa, Nairobi. The operation has also seen the arrest of businessman Jared Otieno, who was detained over claims he swindled a man from Laos Kenya shillings 300 million on pretense he would supply him with gold. The police say the operation on those behind several fake gold deals in the country is ongoing, and more suspects are said to be arrested. Other officials said the saga was first brought to the attention of the president in early April by Raila Odinga. This was after Raila flew to Dubai and met Sheikh Maktoum, who reportedly asked for his intervention to have the said gold weighing 4.6 tons released from JKIA. During the meeting at a hotel in Dubai, a Kenyan who has been mentioned in the saga was introduced to Raila as the one who was supposed to supply the said gold from DRC Congo, but the commodity was detained at JKIA. The Kenyan man was embarrassed when he called a man purporting to be Matiang'i on the phone, only for Mr. Odinga to declare the person on the other end was not the CS. It was at that point that Raila is said to have told the Dubai ruler they had been swindled and promised to raise the concern with the Kenyan officials. Raila is said to have flown back to Kenya and met the president and other security officials and informed them of the saga. Mr. Aji has since given police 7 days to investigate the leaked audio recording and give him a file for action. The DPP said he had personally received a complaint from victims of the scam claiming that the personality had been dealing with them for some time and invoking the president's name in their dealings. Preliminary investigation has revealed that the scheme started on September 25 last year, when the group approached Zandi. The group reportedly used known gold dealers, including a Russian national, to state that there was a huge amount of gold in DRC Congo ready for movement to Dubai. On September 27, the Kenyans said the gold had been detained by customs officials at the JKIA. According to the police, this prompted Zandi to call a Kenyan senator for help. On December 15 last year, the senator flew to Dubai on the invitation of Zandi for a meeting, during which he assured them he would help them secure the release of the gold. However, Zandi declined the demands for cash to facilitate the release and instead flew to Kenya on December 24. His efforts to meet senior government officials were unsuccessful. Instead, the Kenyan contacts took him to JKIA, where he was shown sealed boxes purportedly containing the gold. Apparently, the extortion ring includes some government officials who facilitate the movements of their victims to the secure section at JKIA, where they have leased space for their fraudulent businesses. On January 21, Zandi, who was still in the country, was moved to another hotel to meet a senior government official who would facilitate the release of the precious cargo. Those behind the scheme organized imposters, one masquerading as a powerful cabinet secretary, who they drop at night in two four-wheel drive cars to the hotel in Karen. Zandi is said to have met the government official in his car. The official apparently assured that the gold would be released. He flew back to Dubai after a month, but the said gold never got to Dubai. Police say no such gold was held at the airport. Frustrated, Sheikh Maktoum wrote to Kenya to complain about the scam and demanded action on those behind it. Police investigations show the senator flew to Dubai to convince the royal family he would use his connections to have the said gold released.